going to be the weekly Pisces reading. I apologize for being so late. If you did not check out my all signs video that I did yesterday, I had explained that I've been really working a lot right now, just trying to, support myself. And so I've been really drained, and these videos take a lot of my time, usually about 2 hours with each video, because about a half hour to make the video. That's not even including the time, when I pull the cards and I really study them and really wait for messages to come through. And then, my internet's real slow, so it usually takes anywhere from like an hour to an hour and a half to upload a video. And I have to be home, so I don't use my data up. So I might have to drop down to twice a month, just depending. This channel is very important to me, but just really just depends on the energy and the time that I have, because I do want to really be able to give you my best too. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And we have the Ten of Staves, and with the Ten of Staves, the message that came through with this card was really being this is really an active card. You've been very active, really enjoying life and creating new experiences for yourself, and possibly taking on a new job, moving to a new location, new hobbies, new interests, all the things that I've been talking about. You have been manifesting lots of new things into your life. And so this is all about those things that you have created. And I am, really feeling a very positive vibe from that card. Very positive. Now make sure, though, that you are not taking on more than you can handle. Make sure that you are still staying balanced, and because everything is about balance. And make sure that you're not overwhelming yourself. That message came through from Spirit as well. To clarify that card, we have the Whale, the Breach card. And the whale symbolizes creativity. This is life's active force. And so, I do feel like you really are grabbing life by the balls right now. And really getting out here and really, like I said, experiencing all kinds of things. And if you haven't, this is going to happen. You're going to have new opportunities come your way. So do watch for them, and do know that they're coming, and start showing gratitude now, but do definitely make sure that you're staying in a balanced place, because there's lots of activity, lots of things going on here. Now we have the Five of Staves, and this is can also be the Five of Wands, and this is a competitive energy. And this really is an ego. This is an ego-based energy, when you're trying to be the best. And I understand, if you're just starting a new job, or, like I said, a new hobby or something, you want to be, the very best at it. And that's understandable. But don't measure your success judged on what others are doing. And another message that has came through with both of these cards here too, with both of them, is that there's an element of betrayal. Somebody's hurt you, and a lot of times we get into that energy of, I'm going to show you a success, I'm going to be successful, and then you'll want me back, or look at me, eat your heart out, so there's some of that energy going on here. So do definitely make sure that whatever it is that you're doing it for yourself. And you're not trying to compete with anyone else, with anyone else's romantic partners, or with any co-workers, any exes. Just make sure that whatever you're doing makes you happy. You don't always have to be right. You don't have to be, it's all right not to be number one. Because, the message that really came through for me over the past couple days was, not only are we more than our physical bodies, but we are more than all of our shit that we have. If you're in a position, like I was, where, you've lost income, lost jobs, lost things that you own, then you're really, and you realize that you're more than that. Those things do not define you. So do make sure that your worth does not come from what you do for a living, or how you look, or what you own, or what you're trying to gain. I know that I was thinking really hard about this the other day, and there's a couple in my town, which, I don't mention any names, but they both have really, really good jobs, and they both drive really nice cars. They have a really nice house. And I was thinking about it, and I thought, I wonder if those things really are making them happy. Like on a soul level. Because on the surface, it looks like, man, they got their shit going on. But, like really, like if you just be a fly on the wall, are they really truly happy, or is it more like a business partnership? That's what I ask myself. Is that just a business partnership and not really a true love connection? To clarify that card, we have this Art Oracle card here, and there's a lot going on in this card. Be the art you wish to see in the world. Your work should not be selfish. Dress the part. Well, see, I don't really agree with that. Your work should not be selfish, because a lot of times people tell us that when we focus on ourselves that we're self-centered, or we're egocentric. I know when I was a kid growing up, my mom used to always say, all you care about is yourself, Tracy. And so when I grew up, I would be like, okay, I need to put everybody else in the world ahead of myself. And that was not the right thing to do, because I ended up being an overgiver. I ended up staying in abusive, toxic relationships. So do make sure that you always honor yourself first. And I was looking at this, and I was also thinking about that whole mirror effect that I talk about all the time, that other people are our mirrors. So do always take a good long look in the mirror. I know I had a person the other day who I was dealing with when I was out doing my business, that just had so much venom and so much hatred in his heart for people of another race. And, I'm not going to get all into that. I actually, did talk about that extensively in one of my videos the other day. It might have been my Libra. But basically, when I walked away and went on with my day and my business, I got to thinking how sad that is to have so much hatred. But I then thought about the fact that I had people that I hadn't forgiven that I still hated, like exes who were abusive to me. And if somebody's betrayed you or been disloyal to you, do definitely release that, because there is a karmic checks and balance system in the universe that will make sure that that's taken care of. So definitely do look in the mirror, and don't point the finger at other people. I mean, this is a very judgy card too. A lot of times, when somebody's done something to hurt us, we want to point the finger at them instead of actually looking at our energy and how we actually align to the situation. And I have talked about this before. Do you feel like people always treat you badly, or people are disloyal, they're always going to lie, they're always going to cheat? Because that message just came through very clearly just now too, that somebody's been cheated on. But that will actually show you what your fears are. So somebody, people are a mirror. And when I say don't judge them, everyone's got their own demons that they're dealing with. Everyone has their own cycles and their own patterns that they're dealing with. And maybe what has happened was enough to give both parties clarity as far as what part that they have played in the situation. That message came through for somebody. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and that is that whole, I'm going to try to be wealthy and famous, and and I'm not taking away from those things, because do manifest money, do that, but don't be so obsessed with it that it validates you, that it gives you value, that you don't have any value without it. Because what's going to happen if you don't have enough money? What's going to happen if you can't pay your bill, or You lose your job. Does that mean that your life is going to be worthless? You know, this spiritual awakening is an inward journey, and really taking a look at all of the things, all of the falseness, all of the things that we thought were us. And then, only then, when we clear out those fears, that fear of loss. I know I have a terrible fear of loss, and it's been my biggest teacher. I've lost a lot. I've taken a lot of losses already this year in 2019. It's just May. You know, a lot of that was my own doing. You know, bad choices that I made. But once again, there are no mistakes if you learn from them. And also, I'm learning how now not to be attached to things. You know, I have absolutely no attachment at all to anything, because you know what? These things don't make or break me. And usually I just do one art oracle card, but two of them spit out. So I said, well, I'll take it. You can also contribute to humanities, and I have no idea how to say that word, and I meant to look that up. Make sure your rabies shots are up to date. These cards are so funny. Symbolism is just one ambulance right away. So really the message that I got with this was that trying to prove a point. The whole energy I got from this card. Trying to make a point. Really kind of sacrificing yourself. Being in that vengeful mode. Like I said, that whole I'm going to show them. Success is the best revenge. Well, that's all good and everything, but that is still eating a hole, like sucking your soul out. And unforgiveness and those type of emotions that you're holding on to, that type of hatred, and like I said, that bitterness and unforgiveness, that's what causes cancer. It's a leading cause of cancer. So do definitely clear those things out, and really go within and really, like I said, focus on yourself, show your self-love. And I'm not taking away from any of your accomplishments or anything that you're trying to accomplish, but do reset your intention. Set your intention to be, wow, I needed this message today too. Wow. Practice what you preach, Tracy. Reset your intention to have it be that you want to live a comfortable life. You want to be happy. You want to have peace. You want to have plenty. You want an abundance. You know, and I was just thinking about, you know, I got fired from my job in January, and I have been determined that I'm going to make it on my own. You know, and I still have some of those people that I blocked a lot of them. I mean, I blocked a lot of them people on Facebook and social media, Instagram and everything else. But I've been like really still kind of determined to show them. And that's another reason I've really been kind of working so hard. So yeah, I definitely needed to hear that too. We have the Nine of Swords. And this is that whole staying up late, really being, worrying and being anxious about the future. That message came through. Somebody's anxious about the future. Stop it. The power is now, and you know that you're creating with your thoughts and with your worries right now. Everything, I finally got this into my daughter's head. And so she was over, you know, last weekend when I was kind of going through another ego death, and it was very, very hard. And I mean, I'm telling you, I've had a lot going on. The fact that I'm doing these videos is miraculous, trust me, because this last ego death took it out of me. And when she was over here, I was just in the dumps. I couldn't get dressed. I couldn't leave the house for 2 days. This was last weekend. And I was just really in a deep place. I was in this energy. And my daughter came over and she was like, you know, you're creating right now with your thoughts and your worries. I said, I know it and I don't care. I don't. But, you know, I pulled myself up by my proverbial bootstraps after I, you know, allowed myself to purge. I decided I wasn't going to stay down, you know. And, you know, sometimes we need somebody to encourage us. So this is me encouraging you. Don't give up. Keep pushing, because you have lots of good things. Lots of good things. If they have not came to you yet, they're coming. So just hold on. Just hold on. But don't give up. We can't ever give up. Don't give up. And always, and if you're in a place where you're not feeling positive one day, just honor that. Just realize that if you got to stay at home in your pajamas all day and eat ice cream or whatever you do, do it. Allow yourself that, but just don't stay in that energy. Get up and get yourself moving again. And that message came through with this card too, with that Ten of Staves. Get yourself moving again. We have this card here to clarify that: vitality, health, and energy. And so I am feeling like, somebody's maybe not had that energy or that vitality. Maybe you've been in that energy I was in, where you're just exhausted and just tired of it all, and shit is just not going the way you want it to. And, my thing was, I kept trying to figure out why I'm being positive, and that, and then you get frustrated. But, you got to understand that a lot of things may not be for you. Something better is coming along, and you just got to hold on. Just hold on a little longer. And really, like I said, this is focused on you, that whole health and energy and vitality. And when you do release the past and the bitterness, and you do forgive people, you do have more energy because you're lighter. You can move to a higher timeline. I'm always talking about higher timelines. Our goal is to get to the highest possible timelines, the highest possible outcome. We have the Seven of Swords. And basically what I had gotten with this was betrayal. That somebody has hurt you, because there was deceit along with it. And so you're still going through that, where you had that heartache, you had that pain. And the message that's coming through, like I said, is to forgive that person, and also that whole judgment of understanding everyone has their own demons. And, the message that had came through earlier was maybe even infidelity in a marriage or in a relationship. Somebody has cheated on you. Maybe they left you for somebody else. And so you're, kind of stuck having to do it all on your own right now. Really get out here and, make money and support yourself. And, in that competitive mode, I'm going to show you I don't need anybody. I'm going to be just fine. I'm going to find somebody else. That type of energy. We got that kind of thing going on. And maybe, and another thing I'm getting with this card is a lot of times when we go through like a breakup or whatever, we want to get out. We want to change our hair and, do our nails. We want to do all these kind of things, and that's good. And if you haven't gotten into that mode, maybe that's what you should do. Go, get a pedicure, or, if you're a man, go out and, get your hair cut, get your beard groomed, whatever. Join a gym. That's all right. It's all right to do those things, because, that's what helps you get out of this funk that you've been in. But the message that I'm getting with this betrayal was that there was more than meets the eye. And I said that people are mirrors, and sometimes you have to take a good long look at your part that, you play in something. Sometimes we are jealous, we accuse people of things, or we don't trust them. We don't let them in. We're scared to show our emotions. Maybe we're overworking. Not putting ourselves first, our own self-care. Because that's the message I got with this. Self-care. Self-care. And maybe you betrayed yourself. Maybe you put yourself in a situation that was detrimental. And the reason why you did that was because you were outward seeking. You were seeking something outside of yourself. That whole competitive thing, that ego-based energy. So the message that's coming through with this is do forgive yourself as well. Whatever's happened, forgive yourself first, and then forgive whoever hurt you. And then release it out into the universe. You know, and it could be a situation that could absolutely turn around. You know, maybe that was, you know, if someone else hurt you, maybe that was the exact thing that they needed, was to lose you. To see what kind of patterns or self-sabotaging behaviors they've been involved in. You know, maybe the other message that's coming through for someone is maybe this person, you know, is, you know, an addict of some sort. And understand you're an addict too, because whenever you are in a situation where you're enabling someone else, you are addicted to that person. That person is your drug of choice. And so definitely check yourself, because, you know, this thief card came up. You know, maybe somebody stole your money. And now you're sitting up at night worrying about how you're going to, you know, pay for this or pay for that. But definitely do clear that, because we have the Fortune card. Now this could be, you know, money coming to you, and really focus on what you want. Focus on it. I learned this the other day, you know, and I've always said that if I say something that kind of contradicts myself, it's because I have learned something new. Well, you know, I've always been talking about with the law of attraction, because I had heard that myself. To get out of your own way, set your intention and just kind of get out of your way and don't worry about it. But I'm not saying you have to worry about it, but you do have to keep your energy focused on it. You know, so don't just fall back into this I don't care attitude that I'm kind of getting with this here. But do focus on it. You know, I'm not saying worry about it, but it's like really focusing your energy on that. I did that the other day, and I was going into businesses, and, you know, someone would initially say no. And then they say, wait, come back. Let me see what you got. And then they would spend really, really good with me. And I had that happen several times. And it's because I was really, really focused on it. And that was the energy that I'm getting in this card too, as far as really focusing on you, what you want. But do reset your intention and make sure that it's for you and not for anybody else. And the other message with this Fortune card is this could be the Wheel of Fortune also. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's all about cycles. You know, and you might be on top of a cycle, you know, and then you might feel down for a while because, you know, maybe it's something going on with the planet, something astrological. And, you know, and I've said in like the past 3 videos that we aren't always sensitive to different universal energies that's going on, you know, planetary stuff. But then there might be an event that we are sensitive to. And I really believe that is because most of us, if not all of us, are otherworldly. We're not even all from this planet. You know, we've had other existences, and I know it sounds crazy, but we've had other existences. You know, our soul is timeless, and so we have been other planets, other dimensions, other realities. And so I do feel like that's why sometimes different astrological and planetary events affect us worse than others. And then you might see other people and they seem just fine. I think it depends on where we're from, to be honest with you. Hope is the conduit for miracles. So that's what I was saying earlier. Don't give up hope. There is a lot of pain in this reading. Like I said, pain and betrayal. And, you know, I did even really get really strong signals that somebody has been, you know, cheated on or betrayed or, you know, maybe abandoned. That message came through. But like I said, this hope is the conduit for miracles. And do know that whatever's happening right now is happening for your highest good, no matter how hard it is to see it. That you cannot lose what is yours by divine right, because it'll be restored to you or replaced with something better. So make that an affirmation. Say that every day. And I've already talked about this Thief card, and that goes along with that, what I said too. You cannot lose what is yours by divine right, because it'll be restored to you or replaced with something better. And you know, we have this Bride card here, and this is what I was thinking earlier when with that like Seven of Swords, that betrayal. But do definitely take a long look, and you know, you might not even need to end your marriage. Maybe you just need, you know, space and time apart for a while, because this has given both of you clarity. Because this is that Tower moment, that clarity, you know, to really be able to see what needs worked on now. It's like somebody has really shined a light on it. And the other message that's coming through with this card too is maybe you were arguing and bickering, maybe arguing about money. You know, I was thinking about that couple that looks like they have it going on. Maybe they argue a lot about money. Because when you have a lot, you have a lot to lose. And so it's always a concern. You always have to hold on to that. That's the reason why I'm really just trying. I really don't have a lot anyway. I mean, you see my little bitty house I live in. It's just one big eclectic mess of things that don't match, and hand-me-down stuff I've, you know, gotten and fixed up just because, you know, I like that whole hodgepodge, that hippie bohemian look. But I've kind of gotten off the subject. But, you know, maybe you guys were arguing and you guys need space for a while. And do definitely take a look at what the Tower has shown you. All right, we have this oracle, postcard oracle from Spirit. Let me go ahead and read that. Dearest, wonderful you, to help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all of your desires, no matter what kind, like magic, seed pods in a basket glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intention take to the wind. Definitely positive intention. That's what I was saying earlier. Your desires count and you're worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating the world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from within you, it might be spirit moving through you to create something beautiful to share with others? Wow. Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you can't possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you. Well, I was thinking about this whole creating card. Be the art you wish to see in the world, because I feel like that does go along with that. You know, and somebody is stepping into their soul's purpose. And that could be something that you've manifested too, really working at a job or some type of fulfilling, soul-fulfilling position. And if not, that's definitely what you want to lean towards. This is a beautiful reading. We had a lot going on, but lots of positivity and hope. There is hope. Well, this is your weekly reading, Pisces. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, or if you would like to donate to my channel, I will put my email address for PayPal and my Cash App handler name in the description of the video. Thank you very much for watching.